Hey, what's up, Shrinkkeepers, and welcome back to my channel. So I think my outfit seems to be the same like the last time I was here. I think your outfit is the same as well, or was it something?
It's not planned. Definitely not planned.
All right, so guys, I'm actually back in South Africa this week. Really appreciate the opportunity to actually meet with Neil again. Thanks for having me here in your shop again. Really amazing stuff. Lots have changed, and I've seen a lot more tanks, a lot more stuff that's going on. Beautiful planted tanks and stuff like that. Maybe can you share with us? I think one of the questions, in terms of progress, right? So people like to have progress, but in terms of having to get to that progression, to progress in the hobby, progress in the shop, or progress in anything you do, what must take place? Change must take place before you can progress, right? If not, you're going to be stagnant at that very point of where you are. So having that change, people do not like change. So how do you do about it, and why are you having so much changes? Can you maybe share with us and let the audience know in terms of your progress and how you move forward in terms of changes? Because changes, like I said, it's something that people say, oh no, let's take it, let's not change it. It's working, let's not change it. So how do you do about it?
Well, first of all, welcome back to South Africa. You're always welcome in my store whenever you're here. In terms of change, now I always like to develop. If I'm trying to help anybody in the hobby and they don't see me grow, then how can I help them grow? That's my number one reason for my constant change and development.
Okay.
Is if I'm not learning,
Right.
I can't teach.
Okay. Makes sense. Right.
One thing I really love to do is to help people enjoy the hobby as much as I do, to share my passion and to ignite passion in others. And one thing I can say is that passion comes, so if a client walks into the store and they see the same old stuff every time they walk into the store, how can I ignite something new in them? And how can I ignite something new in myself if I'm just stuck on the old train?
Right.
If I don't change cities or I don't change areas I walk every day, life could be very monotonous. It could be very boring. I don't like that. I have this imagination in my head of how I want things and see things,
Right.
and that's what I try to bring forward. And it helps a lot of people just to see that we are growing with them.
Right. But now, changes means that you have to move things around, you have to do more reset.
Lots of hard work.
You need to, yeah, exactly. So a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Why do you want to put yourself through that?
I love the work.
You
It's
love
part of the discipline of the hobby.
Right.
A lot of people walk in and they have one question: can I create a tank that I don't have to look after? And the answer is no. It's a closed environment. You have to work to create a beautiful environment for your living creatures.
Right.
So since you were last here, we had an amazing discussion, and I learned a lot from you. I listened, I learned, and I put it into practice. How we were breeding shrimp in South Africa was what we could find on YouTube, what we experienced works.
Right.
And to learn from someone who has more experience than me, I'll always listen.
Okay.
And as you can see, and you'll show the viewers later, I'm not sure when in the video, but a lot of my tanks have been reset, have been redone according to how you guys might breed in Singapore and Taiwan, etc. And it has made a big difference.
Okay.
And I think that's what separates good breeders, is you're able to identify good shrimps, etc. And if I'm not willing to embrace change and work hard towards it, how can I ask anybody else to change?
So I think that makes a lot of sense. But to motivate somebody to make the change, because change is not for everybody.
I agree. Yeah.
Right? So we can only help so many people at one time. So that change is difficult for people to take the step, to move the things, to get a rack, or to get. It is difficult. So how do we motivate these people?
I think with results.
With results, right?
One of the scariest things in South Africa is a lot of people are still stuck on using tap water. where in most places our tap water is just not good.
Okay.
I mean, my tap water comes brown out the tap.
Oh.
You don't want to drink it, and I definitely don't want to put my shrimp anywhere near it.
Right.
And I'm seeing in the last few months, I'm using RO water in the store. I'm no longer using tap water. I mix my minerals up. And then a lot of clients, they're, what water do you use? And then I say, I don't use tap water anymore, and a lot of them are making the change.
Right.
And I teach them how to make the change. And it motivates, how do I motivate people? It's literally by results. People walk in, they're like, how's my water so clear? How are my shrimps so active? And then I just tell them, I use this water, I use these minerals, and most people tend to take change easily when they can see it works.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think, Neil, you have shared a lot of good experience and examples that we are actually, talking about this topic.
Yeah.
Maybe just coming back to, the progress and the change, right?
Yeah.
So you have already now done up a lot of changes from the last time,
Thanks.
right? So my question is, what is your next step? What do you have envisioned, maybe in the next 6 to 12 months, what would you envision you want to do?
Okay.
From an infrastructure standpoint, from a stream breeding standpoint, what do you want to look out for?
The biggest thing I want to do is, and this is my main goal, whether it's today or 6 months from now, is to always bring out the best shrimp I can breed.
Right.
So, to this day, what I've done is I pride myself in very strong shrimp. Nice selective breeding, good foods, etc. In terms of where I want to be in 6 to 12 months is the exact same spot, just better.
Right.
Better shrimps, better quality, quantity, you name it. But in terms of physical plans,
Right.
all right, I can't divulge anything.
Okay.
I would like people to travel with me,
Mm-hmm.
learn with me.
Right.
And obviously, yes, I do have my plans and
Right.
where I want to be. But in terms of divulging it to everybody, I would rather people travel with me and experience it with me than not just, okay, that's where we're going, and they wait for it.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's how I really want to help hobbyists.
Oh, very well said. All right, thanks, Neil.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate the time, and
Cool.
hope to see more tanks and more streams
Yeah.
in the future.
All right. One of the next changes we've made is we have someone here in the shop, which you guys will get to know quite well, is David. Right, he's a very passionate hobbyist, and he's now working here at Saturn Shrimp and Aquascaping. So if you guys have any questions, David's learned from us. He started the hobby with us, and now it's become a huge passion that he's breeding shrimp. And welcome, David. Welcome to Saturn Shrimp.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
Do you want to say something?
No, just keep shrimping.